Hey everyone, how is everybody doing? So today we are going to screw around in operator. Now what is operator? Operator is a plugin. What it does, it does FM synthesis. It can do additive and subtractive synthesis. Like anything can be done. This is the god synth. Well, not really, but it's very powerful from what I understood from the last two 2 or 3 days, and I've been like awestruck by this beauty. And by the way, this can be purchased from Ableton's website, and it's like $50, I think so. So it's not like a lallu pallu synth. So let's start. What is by going over the terminology. What is this section? This is oscillators. What is this? This is the display section. What is this? This is nothing because all of this have different names. There's LFO, filter, and all three have different. This is the global tab, like we had in Serum, which we never used or rarely used. So, what is happening in operator? So, what is happening is these it has a couple of 11 predefined algorithms that controls the sound of the oscillators or of the plugin. So for example here, and the signal flow is from top to bottom. What it does is this is A, by the way, if you can't see it, if you are watching this on a phone or something, this is A oscillator, this is B, C, D. So what is happening is whatever the sound is, whatever the sound is, A is going to produce it. Now what is B going to do? The B oscillator is going to modulate the sound. Okay, so and what is C going to do? C is going to modulate the sound created by both by A and B in series. Again, D is going to do the same. Okay, so what we did was we just went through this. Only the oscillator at the bottom was going to produce the sound. Now what is going to happen here? Here this is the second algorithm. Here yellow one, A oscillator, is going to create the sound, green is going to modulate the sound, and orange and blue one, the C and D, are both going to modulate the signal coming from the green one. Okay, now here what is going on here? The yellow one is going to create the sound. These two together will be going to modulate the sound. Now this will be modulating the signal to green one. So it's all like, it's literally simple to see how it will turn out. So let us listen how it does in different algorithm. It sounds in different algorithm. Let me put it one octave down. Now what this is doing is there is no modulation, just the sound creation. And so first let's uh, I mostly use this one or this one. In this there are two sound creators and two modulators. Yeah, sound creators sound weird, but I'm not very well versed with the terminology. So let us go further about waveforms and drawing them. So this is the one. Okay, so what we can do is we have a couple of presets here. We have a couple of that we can use to create sound, or we can draw it ourselves. Yeah, this is a trap banger. Oh, not trap banger. What sound was that? The res sound. Yeah. Let me make something with this. I love this. Yeah. So yeah, you see how like how amazing this synth is. And techno. It yeah. So yeah, don't mind me. I just get lost with this. Wait, let us begin again. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Meaning of yeah. So we talked about how we can draw these. Well, so let's talk about what is the meaning of this 3, 4, 6, 8, 16. This is the amount of harmonics that are going to be with the song. Like the higher the number, the brighter the sound. Oh wait, Huh? Why is this happening? Yeah, you got that. So if I pick something lower, it will be better. Okay, so this is the meaning of the number, the amount of the number of harmonics in the sound. Yes, and while drawing, if I am drawing stuff, if I want to edit the first 16 bars of this, so I can edit this. Okay, if I want to edit the first 32 bars of this, I can edit. You can see the one that I edited in 32, the last, this is here, sorry, half of this is 64, the whole one, and this is the half one, so 32 ends here. If I change something here, 32 will be reflected. Okay, that's a cheap ass synth. I just got electrocuted from my mic. I don't know what is happening. What the fuck? Okay, let's move forward. So what happens is, this is lower number is used to remove aliasing at higher frequencies. We'll discuss aliasing in a while. It's for now, you can remember it's not good for the sound, and it's like more of a distraction. Oh, sorry, distraction. Okay, next is, yeah, what happens if I, right now I'm holding shift, right, right now I'm holding shift and I am drawing this. It this is a pencil, it's coming, right? If I hold shift, it changes into the cursor, and what I am doing is, I am now, if I, right now I am pointing my mouse from side to side. You can see only the, it's moving vertically. So this is handy when you want to pick a single frequency and change it. Okay, what is next? Yeah, repeat. What is repeat? Yeah, repeat, it's like, it's an amount of eroding frequencies of your harmonics. So if you don't get it, don't worry, it's just the higher the number, the lower the harmonics, the lower the mellower the sound. If we turn it off, it doesn't erode those frequencies, it just truncates them. Okay, what is next? What is next? Repeat is done. Yeah, so let us get to, if we right click on the, what is this called, harmonics, we can see these functions. Now what do they do? Now right now it's selected to all. If I change it to even, only the sounds that are at even harmonics are going to change. If I pick the right click odd, only the sounds that are odd harmonics are going to change. So this is also a very powerful tool while designing work, while creating something. Got it? Okay, next, what do we do? Yeah, normalize. What does normalize do? It does is, it maintains the overall volume. Now as we keep on adding harmonics, what it should do, what should the plugin do, is add volume, because we are adding more matter to it. So what normalizes does is, it keeps the volume constant while we add or remove the sounds. If I remove right now the normalize, it will go way above the, way above. It's going 15 dB. Like, that's deafening, I think. Yeah. So next, normalize again and export AMS. What it does is, it will export this waveform and you can use it in another synth. So this is like very handy tip to use in like Serum or anything. Next, what is next? Fixed, yeah. So what we are doing right now is we are changing the frequencies based on the notes I play on the. Okay, you get that? Now what should happen if I click on this button? Now it takes away the pitch control of my keyboard and all the. Right now I am playing like all different keys, but the pitch is not changing. Why? The pitch is fixed. Now how the pitch is going to change? It only is going to change by this. Now this is a very like good stuff for what, for creating like weird sound effects and stuff, because you don't need like key to it, I think so. And it's better into it's easier to synthesize FM that way, this way. Yeah, Mastodon, I'm coming for you. Okay, so what it does is, so what is this? This is frequency. What it does, this is it's 10 hertz, from 10 hertz to 2000 hertz. What is this? This is the multiplier. So the actual frequency will be this multiplied by this. So this is right now 10 hertz. If this is right now 1 hertz, we can't even hear it. So for like it's just like this. It's just like coarse and fine. This is, see how faster it changed. See how it changed. See how slower it changes, and see how it's like not even existent. This can be used to make like alien sounds and stuff. Area 51. You get the idea what Fix does. Techno. Acid house. I don't know. This is like. Wait, let me do something. Okay. So yeah, we have got frequency multiplier fixed. Okay. And what is this? Yeah, this is like Mostly won't be, but it's useful, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I made a MIDI clip and I changed the frequency, the velocity. I am going to do is change the velocity of the sounds. Give me a sec. Hey everyone, sorry about that. That was just a call I got about doing something, and let's continue. So last we did was how velocity affects. I was going to show you how velocity affects the what. So right now this is the same note but with different velocities. So what I am going to do is I am assigning this, which means the velocity will be the one changing the oscillation. So as you can see, this is the same note. It should not play like this. It should not have changed pitches. What we changed are the velocities. You get the idea. So what is the next thing? Next thing is this, our retrigger. What retrigger does is the waveform with retrigger, the waveform restarts at the same position in its phase each time a note is triggered. So we can have some phase problems, and if this is not not selected, which means that the phase will keep on moving at its own freely. Got that? We did retrigger, we did oscillation. Next is feedback. What does feedback do? Feedback is just like this. There's oscillator B. Oscillator B is what is doing? Oscillator B is modulating oscillator A. C is modulating B. D is modulating C. So what is modulating D? Nothing is modulating D. So what feedback does is feedback can help D modulate itself. Let's do something. What can we do? Just a sec. So we have MIDI some we have some kind of MIDI. So what we have to do is screw around. Yeah. So what oscillator D is modulating something. Now you will hear what feedback does. This is feedback is just like another oscillator that is modulating D. You can think of it like that. Okay, we have done feedback. What is aliasing? Aliasing is like when on higher frequency. To go into detail, we have a bit rate, right? Every sound and every sound has a bit rate. So what is bit rate? Like for example here the sample rate is 44,100. So if we go higher than half of the bit rate, so half of this is 22,050 hertz. So if we go higher than that, then the frequencies cannot be like differentiated well enough, which creates some kind of distortion. So what this plugin has to anti-alias is this thing, tone. This is an anti-aliasing tool that decreases the aliasing. Wait a sec. So what it does is it like reduces aliasing and distortion on your sound and makes it some like smoother, I guess. What is left? What is left? Left is LFO. So what is LFO? LFO is low frequency oscillation. So it can be done like there are two ways to do it. Get the idea, right? So if I now this is some low. If I do it right, this is different like waves. This is square oscillation, triangle one. Now what it's doing is right click and well yeah, so like for example, I don't you can select what do you want to modulate with this LFO tool, and like here if I deselect this, nothing happens. If I select filter, some stuff might happen, right? So now I am chaining this filter to this LFO. Now this was destination A. For destination B we can choose anything from this. Now for example I choose volume. But let me know volume. This was time. No. What should we choose? Should to filter? Nope. Yeah, filter drive. Wait a second. So this stuff is like you can channel this LFO. You can pick anything. You can even like change this. It's like an LFO in an LFO. I don't know how else to talk about it. So loop mode. Loop mode. Loop mode. So for making glitchy sounds and stuff, what we do is you can already hear stuff. To fully experience the power of operator, I like suggest you to turn off the effects, LFO and stuff. Now turning it down an octave. you have a neuro bass. Wait a sec. This is the magic of FM synthesis. Okay, so let me do something different. Like this kind of stuff you can do with loop mode. So if I do something like this, like stuff like this, and do stuff like this. What's next? Next is beat mode. So with beat mode, let me turn this off. With beat mode, like it's nothing, it's just envelope starts at a time. Wait, let me like change that from mono legato. pick some like real, oh, what real, like some good midis for it. Like it's really fun to play with beat here. Now beat and sync are similar, like literally a little bit similar. Just all the following repetitions after the first one are synced. We can't see here, but you know it's literally one and the same thing. Now trigger. What is trigger? Trigger is used for like percussive sounds. What the fuck am I doing? This should be it. You get it? It's only like uh, what it's doing. Yeah, it's only performing like the beat preset only a single time. You get it? Now watch the difference here. Okay, let me do some. It's like it works well with like 1 upon 16 and 1 upon 24. Works really well with 1 upon 12. Like if you have some like weird not weird, if you have some unique and not unique, you have some catchy drum patterns, this is like 1 upon 12 is like this kind of stuff. Now what's next? What's next? Next is we've done trigger. No, we've not done trigger. Now what is trigger? Watch. Watch me. Just triggers once. It's for percussive sounds. Next is time. What is time? This is it's like it. What should I say? The rates of all envelopes can be scaled through this. Watch. all the envelopes. Yeah, this envelope, this envelope, this envelope, this envelope. All envelopes can be like literally you are stretching it out or shortening it. You get it? Get the idea. What is next? Next is filter section. But filter section, it has two options, 12 dB and 24 dB. It has this what is this called, like low pass, high pass, band pass, notch. I think it's called notch, yeah, whatever it's called, yeah. And this is a morph. Let me talk about that later. So this is like filter. You all know what filter is. Filter frequency is like this knob represents a point after which or before which the what what, yeah, after which or before which the frequencies are cancelled out by the filter, yeah. And this resonance knob represents the amount of what, the amount of uh, amplitude around that region. Okay, so this is the digital one. We have all sorts of other like emulations, I guess. This is like all is different, sounds a bit little bit different. Like the OSR here has hard clipping, MS2 has soft clipping. You can like, I don't know if you can hear this difference between them. The SMP, I don't know what an SMP is. Yes, that's it. That's literally it. We talked about time, tone, volume. This is the global volume. Global volume. Okay, so this is transpose, like everything you've done, and you come to this, and you want like an octave above. Okay, this is like detuning kind of shit. What is this? This is pitch envelope. It can be activated and deactivated from here. And what it does is like it's used to make. I showed yesterday to all my peeps who've been watching this stream. It's like glide. Okay, what's next? Pitch envelopes, spread is done, transpose is yeah, so this is pretty much done. I hope you guys like it, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And goodbye, 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 goodbye. Okay, so this is done. Goodbye.